ecological issues. They affect us all. And so, tonight on Second Nature, we'll be recycling some old nature footage.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, are you hearing me out there? Are you receiving my transmission? I think it's about that time, folks. A little bit of intimate and interactive over here at the Secular Revenge backup channel. For those of you that may be wondering, why am I using this channel? Well, if you're not subscribed, if you just followed this link through Discord or through MeWe, this is, actually, I've had this channel for years. This is the Secular's Revenge backup channel. I do some stuff over here once in a while. Some stuff happens. There's some content. Check it out. Subscribe. But my last stream got taken down for medical misinformation. Because Vaughn mentioned something once. But anyways, that's besides the point. I'm going to edit that out and re-up it. I got a slap on the wrist. The good news is we'll be back to the original channel in time for next week's Weirdo Wonderland. So we'll be back on track next week. But for this week, we're going to be doing stuff here. Might do a Dragon's Den. I don't know. Thinking it out. But we got some stuff. It's been quite a day. Now, I slept most of the day. So I got to do some catching up myself here, boys and girls. But I did catch this morning, folks. Wheels are in motion. Exactly what's going on. Listen. Let's just put this up front. Other than the tidbits of information we're fed, most of the stuff of how it actually I'm just saying, for the most part, it's speculation. I think some people are closer to the mark than others, in my own opinion. But a lot of, other than the snippets, we're just making a lot of speculation of what exactly is going to go on and how it's going to proceed. But there was court this morning. And VONHELTON wasn't too happy about it. Now, VONHELTON himself didn't have to go to court. No. And this wasn't to do with the kids. Because apparently that's Thursday. He has something. I'm not exactly sure what's going on there either. But apparently this morning, Jim Frost went to court. And they, I guess, ruled on some things. And he, as the executor, will move forward with whatever the court is ordering. Now, I heard that they appointed him in charge of the trust. I don't know the legalities of that compared to being just an executor of the state, what powers that gives him. Does it mean that they can just walk Vaughn off the land? Depends who you ask. I don't really see it at this point yet. But VONHELTON, on the flip side of the coin, folks, is VONHELTON has been getting awfully comfy over at Ma's place. Even talking about moving the computer over into the living room, in the middle of the fucking room. Not against a wall or anything, practical. But I do think, and it's been pointed out, I do think it's a bit of a coincidence that VONHELTON is claiming Ma's trailer as his own domain the week he has to go to court over his kids. And he has said out of his own mouth that if he shows them this place, they can't call it dirty and filthy, etc., etc., and he thinks he's going to get his kids back. So he's trying to fucking smooth slide over into fucking Ma's trailer and convince them that's his residence because he thinks that'll get the kids back. Folks, how long do you think it will take for Ma's trailer to look like his trailer? How long do you think that's going to take? I'm just going to take a sip here. I don't have any Heinies, folks. I'm just running on vodka and crayon. I got a drink left. Folks, if you want to contribute to the Heine Fund, there is a link in the description, the Drain Lake Alice. I spend it on Heineken. I'm just being honest. Not bad. A little vodka and crayon. So we're going to get it caught up. We're going to have ourselves a little fireside chatty poo. I'm going to throw a link out here. Anybody that wants to join the discussion is more than welcome. And I don't know where to start. I think I'm going to start. We're going to jump around a little bit. I'm going to start with what I did see this morning of this hangout. We're not going to go through all the plane building bullshit. But this is where Vaughn, he's a little hot. He's talking about court. Katie, I'm not sure about being allowed. He's not. He doesn't own that, right? Like, so it's kind of a gray area. I don't know. I think we'll talk about that. We'll get into that of what the Frost said. Does James Frost now have the power to actually change the locks on Alice's, right? Because before they really didn't, because they don't own it either. But if he's executor of the estate and in charge of the trust now, officially, and the court has given him certain powers, I mean, he could make the argument that changing the lock is to protect the property, right? Because Vaughn definitely doesn't have a claim to be over there. But let's see what Vaughn has to say, and then I'll throw out a link here, and we can... we got Larry Frost in the chat, so if you got any questions, folks, he may know. I'm not sure how court turned out for how it turned out. Maybe we can get those answers. But let's see what Vaughn this morning talking about court. And we'll get the link out there. Anybody that wants to come in is welcome to. If any of the Frosts want to call me through Facebook, I can pipe you through. I can do it that way too. We're going to have ourselves a good old time here. So let's get into it.
All righty. The little man, I'm pointed down too low again. Pointed down too low again. Let's try this again. There we go. That's a little better. That's a little better anyway. Yeah, the little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live. And it is so. And it is so. And you all got to see the house last night, didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. The house that the Frost wanted to deprive me of. Oh, but Vaughn, they said it's for the kids. Oh, really? Well, that's not what James Arnold said to my mother. James Arnold said to my mother that he was going to put Jeff in the double wide and Junior in the single wide. Does that sound anything having to do with my kids? You know what? You know what's really fucking funny? Here's what's really fucking funny. Let me move this shit back up again. It's still too goddamn. There we go. You know what's really fucking funny? What's funny is that the Frost played the trolls too. That's what's fucking funny. Because the Frost have the trolls believing, oh, but my kids is going to get this. No, my kids ain't getting shit. My kids ain't getting shit. The plan is to get my kids adopted out so that the kids don't get nothing. Because if the kids are not a VONHELTON, according to the will, the trust, or any legal document, if they're adopted out, they're no longer a VONHELTON. They don't get a goddamn thing according to the law, which is exactly why they're trying to get them farmed out. That's why a CPS worker by the
I'm pretty sure it doesn't work that way. But anyways,
the name of Emily keeps coming into the court every time we have court saying, we've got permanent residency for all three of them kids. You know, that's why they keep saying that. Because they do. The plan has always been to give these kids up for adoption or kill them, one or the other. Okay? That's always been the plan from day one. And so for the YouTube trolls to run around and say, oh, your kids are going to get this. No, my kids don't get shit if they're not VONHELTONs anymore, dumbasses. If they're farmed out to other families, they're no longer VONHELTONs, and they're no longer they no longer qualify on the will or the trust or whatever the fuck it is document they've got set up. The plan has always been to completely and utterly destroy my family. It has never been anything else. And I just think it's funny that if the trolls really do believe that my kids are supposed to get something, my kids ain't getting shit. That's never been the plan. I was sitting right there when James Arnold looked my mom right in the face and said, Jeff's going to be in a double wide, Junior's going to be in a single wide. It was never no talk about my kids. There was no talk about me. And so this morning, they're going to go to court and they're going to legalize a fraudulent document. The trust was never started. I've got mom on video saying the will was never finished. I've got mom on video saying that. And as you all have seen here just prior, I've got mom on video saying the Frosts aren't supposed to have anything to do with her stuff. I'm supposed to be the sole proprietor and the sole inheritor of her stuff.
No, to be clear, what you shared was a video of your mom in the delusional state on medication, being coaxed and led by you. That's why she had the will and everybody appointed to their duties in the early stages of her decline, because she realized she couldn't trust her smarmy fucking scumbag son. Just saying.
Not my kids, not a bunch of distant relatives, and sure as fuck not a bunch of complete strangers. Okay? But see, they're going to go to court this morning, supposedly, and legalize 2 fraudulent documents. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait until they do legalize those documents. Then I'm calling the federal police, and I'm having everybody arrested. Because at that point, they've committed fraud.
So just so we're clear, this is the genius of VONHELTON. He claims he has a smoking gun that they have completely fraudulent forged documents, but he's going to wait until they're actually legal and recognized by the court as being legal documents. Then he's going to make his move once everything's legal, right? I'm pretty sure if you got the evidence while the crime is fucking hot, that's when you fucking move. You don't wait till everything's nice and legal. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Folks, you can't script it. We're going to bring up some people here. Oops. That's what I want. Something like that. So we got the mud broker in the house.
Howdy, howdy.
I'm just going in order here. We got Blue. We got the hanging judge. I'm sorry, Wilson.
Wilson.
Squeeze in one more. Alberto. I don't have the fancy paid StreamYard, so I can't have fucking 18 people here. But
yeah,
we're in here. What's going on, folks? What do you know? What have you been watching? What are thoughts, opinions, speculations?
Yeah, I have been involved in playing the Executor game before, and when it comes to changing the locks on Ma's house, Jim has more than the right. He actually has a legal obligation to change those locks because, first of all, he doesn't have keys to them. He doesn't know who else might have keys to them. And he is legally obligated to maintain and preserve that estate, protect it from loss. He has to get in there, take an inventory of what's in the house, and he has to be able to lock it up and secure the place. So he is pretty much legally bound to have those locks changed. The right way to do it is to hire a locksmith, have him come in, change out the locks, hand you the key, keep the receipt, and turn that in to be paid by the estate when everything gets settled up. Vaughn has absolutely no business being in that house. And if he gets caught in that house after they change the locks, because now that the executor is in control of the estate, that's trespassing, breaking and entering, depending on how he got in there. Illegal entry, whatever the fuck they want to charge him with. But he has absolutely no business being in that house. They can't lock him out of his trailer. I mean, Vaughn could fight that. I mean, they have to evict him before they can do that. But, as far as Ma's house goes, that is absolutely under Jim's control, and he is obligated to keep that place secure. Otherwise,
as far as his own trailer goes, he still has some form of tenants' rights, right?
Right. They would have to evict his ass first and then change the locks. But, they couldn't just chase him out of his place tomorrow morning. They'd have to, and there's a pretty good bet that this is coming. They'll have to file eviction papers and go through all of that process yet. But, yeah, he's got no business being. Now, the outbuildings, if they could lock him out of the Gravy Dome, that's a bit more questionable because he's been using it and he has his stuff out there. But a garden shed with a lawnmower, as we all know damn well, this fucker's never touched a lawnmower. They could lock that up. But, the parts of the place that he has been using, you would have to evict him from. But the rest of the shit, he's got no business being in any of it.
Yeah, I don't understand what the difficult part is here. Everybody's shooting for the eviction and stuff like that, but I mean, really, the first two things that that they can do that they should do is lock up Mom's house and take the truck. Jim's the Froster, the executor, who's he, Jim Senior? I don't even fucking know, but
James Arnold Frost.
James Arnold, old Jimmy A. But yeah, he's within his right, within his responsibility to lock up Mom's trailer and to take the truck back. Those two things. Who gives a fuck if Vaughn, sits there in the trailer, whatever. You take those two things. What the fuck is Vaughn gonna do? He can't get food. He can't do anything really.
Yeah, and if Vaughn crashes that truck, it comes back on the estate.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's registered to Alice. The insurance, which is expired, was in Alice's name. It comes back to the registered owner, which would be the estate of Alice Helton. So, it's a liability to let him have that fucking use of that truck.
Yeah, those are everybody shooting for the evictions. That's fine. It's going to happen eventually. But fucking get the controllable stuff that you can easily do out of the way.
Yeah,
lock up the house, take back the truck, and Vaughn's still fucked.
Well, something that Vaughn had brought up is that when he got the tag renewed for the truck, he went ahead and paid for another year.
No, it don't work that way usually.
That's not a thing. Even here in Ohio, the most you can do is you can renew your tags, I think 3 months prior to your birthday, and you save 10%.
Yeah. And some of them are, like a motorcycle plate in Wisconsin is a 2-year plate, in some commercial vehicles and shit like that. But, passenger cars, light trucks, those are all 1 year pretty much everywhere.
I just want to jump in really quick. Someone did send me something through PayPal. I don't want to say the real name. I just say KS. Thank you very much. But no, that's what I assumed as well. I mean, if anything, that's in the interest of the estate, locking out a certain, it is an obligation to make sure that they have access and control access to Moss trailer.
Right.
I'm just really hoping that something happens the night before Vaughn actually moves his computer over, and then the locksmith comes the next morning and they don't know what's in there, and Vaughn just rages on his mobile device.
Like I said, they can change the locks themselves. He has every right, every duty to do so, but the right way is to have a locksmith come in and do it, so that you can prove that they were changed. All this happy horse shit.
I mean, if Jim really wanted to be petty, all he would have to do is just go over there, screw a latch bolt on, and put a master lock on it.
Yeah, just put a hasp and padlock on it.
I did love how during the little short Vaughn J-Dub stream, when J-Dub started gassing Vaughn up about moving into that double wide, Vaughn shut that conversation right the fuck down.
Yeah.
Oh my! I like the Mr. Fucking. Well, let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 53. I've got 7 more minutes. Let's see what's happening with the news. No, not today. Not today. Today it's just okay, Vaughn, I'm gonna take off. Wife's calling me. He's like, all right. And then right afterwards, Vaughn's like, yeah, well, I guess that's it. Bye.
Yep.
Click.
Yeah,
I don't even think we got a have a pleasant day and a bear tomorrow.
Nope.
Yeah, I heard he was pretty shook. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out because I haven't had a chance to watch it. I was sleeping all day, but I heard he was shook. He had some problems getting an Etsy going, or however the fuck you say that place. Pagan victory, folks. I'm just saying, I'm not suggesting that you flood it with bad reviews, but I'm just saying it's over there. Go ahead.
Yeah, when he first started trying to get to his Etsy page, it wouldn't load for him. He started getting really fucking shook.
Yeah, it said he had to update his card. Kind of wonder if maybe there wasn't one of Ma's cards that he'd been using that got shut down when the estate opened.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, what card does a man with no income have? But anyways,
yeah.
Though I will say they did make him get a checking account and all that proper stuff for the kids. CPS actually had to make him get a proper bank account. So I don't know.
Yeah, but if he had that card attached to it and it was no longer valid, he would have to switch his primary card down to it.
Oh, there's no doubt he's been using Ma's money. Sorry, go ahead, Saka.
Yeah, no, I brought this up days after his mother passed, that when he was still buying shit and stuff, and people were just like, where the fuck is he getting his money from? And I said this, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got 4, 5, 6 credit cards for Alice Helton, that he's got fucking stacked away somewhere just for this shit. It's the skeezy things that this guy's fucking done You think it's really like out of the question that he has before she even passed, he probably had a bunch of fucking credit cards in her fucking name.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you right now that I know that he was using her account to buy Amazon shit because he talks about, we saw these numbers in their bank account siphon. The original story was that there was a bunch of charges like online purchases, and his original story was the Frost got a hold of her account somehow and were making Amazon purchases. Well, we know it was Von Helton, and she lucid enough to say, well, what's all this stuff? And he just made up some. Then it evolved into like bank accounts siphoning money like from some movie, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's been since the Patriot Act passed in 2001 since you could open a bank account without photo ID.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't just open a bank account attached to somebody else's account.
Right. No, it was nonsense. If I remember correctly, it was about online purchases, and he was trying to explain to his mom.
Yeah.
So he come up with some story at that time that they got a hold of her account and were buying shit online. But he was buying everything. We were watching stuff come to his door daily, right?
Well, and the other thing too is just for like the lies in the recent video is that I love when he's going on these tangents now about the fake paperwork and stuff. There was no trust. The will wasn't completed. And I found one of them, because Jason Schneider Handyman had one of them up on his channel recently of him talking about, this is like probably about a year and a half, 2 years old, of him talking about how the trust was set up for the kids. And plus, we've all heard his shit before in the past because he's used that whole, the reason why, like back before, his mom died, it was the reason why the trolls want the kids out of the house is so that they don't get anything, because the moment that they stop being Von Heltons, they don't get the trust that mom left for them. So he's acknowledged this trust for 2-3 years. And there's another one, and I can't find this one, but I know it's out there somewhere. I think it might actually be on your channel somewhere, Seth. But it's the one where he talks about how the blood heir thing isn't a thing anymore. From a couple years ago, it's like now it's the will and all this stuff. Like, but he's completely gone back from that now. He's really trying to fucking dig into this story now. But like we have his videos where he acknowledges that he's not that everything's going to the kids, that there is a trust set up. We have all this stuff.
One of the older videos I want to bring up is that one video where he's fucking cue ball shaved head because he had fucking lice.
Yeah.
Where he's saying that if CPS comes out and takes these kids one more time, I'm gonna call the bank and have the trust funds absolved. My kids will be paupers.
Yep.
Before any foster family sees one penny of Frost or Von Helton money.
Fuck them kids. I want it all.
Yeah, basically that's
and he's going on how Ma took their names off of it. Their names don't actually have to be on there as long as it says it goes to my grandchildren. That's all it takes. That would open the door for Jessica, Judy, and the
other kids,
his adopted sister's kids. But you don't need to have their names on it. All it needs to say is it all goes to my grandkids, and that's perfectly legal and perfectly valid.
Right. Well, we know it definitely doesn't say it all goes to Von Helton, so that I think is the most important takeaway that we have here.
Yeah, and if he was going to object to it, today was the day that it should have been done. He should have had a lawyer before this that would, file a motion to throw out the will on these grounds.
That ain't how it works in the Commonwealth, you hater.
Well, yeah, that's
true. That ain't how it works.
God damn it, I keep forgetting that it's Commonwealth.
Listen, if he don't change them locks within 24 hours, you know what the penalty is? Hanging. That's how it works in Kentucky.
Hanging.
The Commonwealth state.
That's right. That's true. That is truth right there. Well, let's watch Von Helton for a minute here, stick his foot in his mouth, and we'll have a little comment relief here.
At that point, there's already 2 counts of forgery, but it would be fraud at that point. And then I could just throw them all in prison, every goddamn one of them. So I'm just going to wait and let them approve those documents. And then the second they do, I'm on the horn to the federal police and a federal
police.
And then they all can spend the rest
the federales.
Pick up the finger phone, Don.
That's just the truth. Because you can't legalize fraudulent documents. Okay, you can't do that. All right. Again, the trust was never started. All the trust was something that Mom talked about. That's it. There was no documentation on the trust. She
It
talked
looks like
about
he
it.
just crawled out
That's
from
it.
under the trailer.
And the will,
Yeah.
they
that
put the
fucking,
wrong names on. They put Helton on there instead of Von Helton. Well, that's not legal. My name
that
is
doesn't fucking matter.
Von Helton. My kid's name is Von Helton. Okay, so she went up there and she removed the names. So the only name that was on the will is James Arnold Frost. And he's listed as an executive, and that's it.
Hang on a second.
Because my name
By Von's logic, since they changed the name on the will, it's Helton, not Von Helton. When he changed his name from Helton to Von Helton, that means the will that he claims is valid with his name on it
Doesn't apply.
ain't valid anymore because he done changed his name. It says Irving Eugene Helton Jr. on there, so that person don't exist no more.
Yeah, but he's blood heir.
Nah, well, yeah. I know, I mean, that will don't count anymore, so the state gets everything.
That's right.
I mean, if we're going to start holding on to be consistent towards this logic, what are we even doing here, right?
Yeah.
He's a vampire. He's not a vampire.
He's a man. Yeah, he's a man of many mysteries. Oh, let's see.
He was a quarterback for the fucking University of Tampa.
Yeah.
And the quarterback's number was 72.
Yeah.
What universe does a quarterback wear 72?
The name on the back was bigger.
Yeah.
Dumbasses. Yeah, you didn't know that, did you? Okay, because the Frost ain't going to tell you, because the Frost are playing you YouTube trolls also. If you believe that the goal was to give my kids this property, you got totally fucking played. Totally played. Okay?
Egg on our
That was
face.
never the goal for the Frost, ever.
I feel silly.
So, I'm going to wait, and I'm going to let them legalize these documents this morning. And the second they legalize them documents, they're going to legalize them at 9:30 this morning, according to what I understand. And the second they legalize them documents and them forgeries, I call the state police, I call the federal judge, and every motherfucker in Clay County involved goes to prison. Beautiful fucking plan.
No
Isn't
trial,
it?
nothing.
Isn't it fucking
No,
beautiful?
nothing.
Fuck yes, it is. It's an awesome fucking plan. And it's gonna
Also,
work.
didn't he make this stream at like 2 o'clock in the morning?
Legalize fraudulent fucking documents.
Yeah.
No, you cannot.
Somebody's been losing sleep.
Legalize.
Yeah.
Listen, you fucking controls. You cannot.
This is the Von equivalent of like the G-Man like walking in the middle of a park.
Yeah.
And it's fucking like a foot of snow just screaming into his phone.
That will and that trust and them fake as hell. I call the federal judge. The federal judge sends the state police down, and every motherfucker in that courtroom goes to prison, including the judge, by the way. Including the judge. Oh, fuck yeah. I can show you videos on YouTube where judges were literally dragged out of the courtroom by their fucking hair.
Yeah. Larry, tell the truth now. You are in jail. Don't try and bullshit us.
He's in hell cell right now.
That's why his internet's so bad.
Yeah.
I call the federal judge, and every motherfucker goes to prison.
He's calling Secular on Facebook for a prison phone.
Everybody goes to prison. Okay, you can't legalize a fraudulent document. No, you fucking cannot.
Well, I mean, isn't it de facto legal after? That's what I don't understand.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Why wait till it's legal? Now it's legal. Now I'm going to go after them.
Oh, now that it's legal, it's illegal.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I think Kentucky bars objecting to a will once it's been, finalized. Once it gets to this stage, you can't object to the will anymore. Right. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that you can't. You really have to work hard at it if you even could.
I just really like the idea that you made that legal. Guess what? Jail. Like what?
Yeah.
Checkmate, motherfucker.
Now that it's nice and legal, you're all going to jail. Even the judge.
Kind of the reason you can't contest a will 6 months after the fact.
All right. Well, let's keep moving forward here.
And you believe that the Frosts were going to give this property to my kids, you are a dumbass, because that was never the plan. I was sitting there when James Arnold told my mother what he was going to do. He's going to put Jeff in the double wide and Junior in this single wide. There was never no talk about my kids getting jack shit. The plan was to farm out my kids for adoption. It was
They're not
never
going to
about
give
selling
children
property.
deeds to property, you
That's
moron.
why. And it's ironic that the Frost played even you YouTube trolls. I find that hilariously funny. But I'm going to have the last laugh. It was the second they approved.
You know what? I will say something.
I'm on the phone to a federal judge.
Let's say Vaughn's right. Let's say that let's pretend in some crazy wild world that the Frosts are actually fucking like criminal masterminds. Okay, that they have somehow managed to bribe the entire system to get, you know, Alice's property, to kick Vaughn off, to get his kids taken away so that, you know, they don't have a claim or whatever crazy fucking story. You know, it all comes down to the fact that the Frosts are actual, like, criminal masterminds. I still don't care. I think it's fucking hilarious. Good for them. You know, whatever. I still support them 100%. You know, because Vaughn's that much of a piece of shit.
Right. Yeah, no, 100%.
I mean, I have done my own Ancestry.com kind of background check into Mr. Larry Frost's background. He does come from a long lineage of, I think his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was named Lex Luthor.
Motherfucker in that courtroom goes to prison. All of them. Yes, even the county attorney. The county attorney that refuses to return my calls.
I wonder why.
Open my snail mail for days on end sometimes. Speaking of which, where is my December stimulus check?
It didn't happen.
Where's my December stimulus check?
There is none.
I should have gotten it in the mail. Oh, yes, I should have. Didn't get it.
Well, that's that $10,000 a month that
Yeah, I wonder who that is.
the commies were going to give him.
And refuses to return my calls. Oh gosh, yeah. Like I said, man, there's gonna be a whole lot of crying and weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth in that courtroom.
Well, gnashing of gums.
Show up. And state police show up.
I can't get over how fucking dirty he is.
It's gonna be
fucking dirty as shit.
Yeah, like his fucking
Extra
hand.
dirty.
Jesus Christ, man.
Motherfucking ass. It's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be fucking glorious. You cannot legalize a fraudulent document. No,
You have to prove that it's fraudulent first, Vaughn.
How did he even find dirt? He doesn't go outside. Where did he get the dirt?
And I've got my mom on video.
I'm willing to bet it's probably from the dog.
He's got slugs on him.
Conversation.
Yeah, it's midnight greased up his front. Either that or he's crawling under the trailer twice a night. to fucking
Oh, that
nurse-
is what it is.
To
It's
nurse
the
the
dog.
puppies. He's nursing puppies himself.
That is
Yeah.
totally what it is. It's the dog he holds on his belly that's just dirty as shit.
Well,
from
you know, it could
wandering
be
outside.
he had to go out and bury a few more jars in the front yard to
He's got to
Get-
ground himself.
to
Well,
get
I mean,
get the gods working right.
Right. Yeah.
His daughter was the one that used to bathe those dogs. You know, they haven't been bathed since they left.
He
Been
not
crying ever
refuses to
since.
take a bath for anybody but the kids. He just can't be bathed.
It's not my job.
It's not my job. That's
He
right.
can't bathe the dog. The fucking CPS will come and call him a pedo.
Right.
You shouldn't be involved.
He's a puppy.
They'll call in a pet detective. Put him in jail.
It started, and the will was never finished because they put the wrong fucking names on the will. And so Mom was supposed to go up to Clams and put the corrected names on, but she never did. And so if the Frosts go into that courtroom this morning at 9:30 and say, "Hey, we've got 2 legal documents here that we want approved by the court," that's fraud. That's fraud.
Well, once again, like, wouldn't there be 4 legal documents because aren't like things like wills and trusts like written out in pairs?
What anybody says.
Yeah, there's at least 2 copies, if not 3.
And like I said, the trust never even got fucking started. That was just something Mom was talking about.
You know, I just realized because I generally put VONHELTON on in the background when I'm listening to him.
Bullshit.
That this is the first time I've actually kind of like looked at him in a while. His nose is actually like a lot bigger than it was like 2 months ago.
Playing
Mhm.
even the goddamn YouTube troll. which I find absolutely fucking hilarious.
And like that's the weird thing I'm still trying to wrap my head around is like why he's doing this whole thing of like
okay, it's all
like
good.
he'll tilt his head and like stick his face right into the camera and talk in that really weird tone of voice.
I'm on the phone
Because he's got the camera, set up on his tripod and he doesn't want to take it down and move it, so he doesn't lose the excellent framing of his paint booth.
Okay, you can't do that.
And who the fuck else knows why?
Like every time he does that, I can see every like blackhead in that fucking
Are we all on the same
coconut he calls a fucking nose.
I hope so. Because I'm the one that's going to be laughing. Because all I got to do is call federal judge. I can sit right here in my house, call federal judge, and this shit ends right.
Yeah, how did that go for him? By the way, like I didn't hear the reports, but I'm guessing the tactical fucking like police squads broke down the Clay County courthouse this morning.
It's going to be awesome. Going to be funny. I wish I could be.
They sent in a strike team of federal marshals to make all these arrests.
SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
And state police show up to arrest all them motherfuckers.
Oh, it can't be SEAL Team 6. Or weren't those ones that came down to kill him?
Fucking do about it either.
No, that was SEAL Team 4.5.
You cannot legalize a fake document. You can't, or unfinished. It ain't a fake document per se, because she did start it, but she never finished it. Okay, it's an unfinished document. It's an incomplete document. The only name that was on that document was James Arnold Frost listed as an executor, and that's it. There wasn't my name on there. The kids' names is not on there. Nothing is fucking on there. Okay, so if they claim they have a finished document,
oh yeah, the H&R Block Tactical Auditing Unit didn't break down and arrest everybody either.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is I just call the federal judge and arrest every goddamn one of them motherfuckers. Every one of them, including the judge. Including the judge.
He's going to do it personally.
I wish I could have a camera.
H&R Block is famous for their off-book strike teams.
Yeah.
When shit gets too hairy for the SEALs, they send in the accountants.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You legalized.
They even made a movie about it. Starred Ben Affleck.
I can't.
Yeah.
Because that's untrue. It is
True story.
No, if you scroll back to the news footage of when they found Saddam Hussein hiding in that fucking that hole in the middle of the desert, it was actually done by a bunch of guys in HR Block uniforms.
I don't give a damn what anybody else says. The law is the law. You cannot legalize an unfinished.
A 50-year-old woman in pantsuits.
No, you fucking cannot. And if they went up there
and tactical vests,
finished that document and forged my mother's name, that's another fucking felony we can tack onto that shit. Yes, buddy. Absolutely. So this is going to be funny as fuck. I'm gonna sit back and watch all holy hell rain loose on the fucking Frost and their buddies.
I can't remember if it was this video or the video he did with J-Dubs where he says that like fraud and forgery is like first-degree felony in Kentucky.
The second day legalized.
It's like right on par with like murder.
Well, it's because it's a Commonwealth, man. We've already established this.
Yeah.
It's like
hanging judges.
And it's a crime against Vaughn. I mean, that ranks right up there with war crimes, genocide.
Well, it's a form of terrorism. I mean, Vaughn feels terrorized, therefore terrorism.
I mean, you get charged with the crime against Vaughn, they drag your ass off to The Hague, put you in front of the World Court. I mean, it's a whole fucking procedure.
Well, that was Vaughn this morning. Of course, we have this afternoon stream, which I haven't seen, but we do have the one before this where we have J-Dubs, of course, pigging out on camera and talking to his wife, I guess. And but this is where the double wide tour comes in. So I want to play a bit of this.
That was pretty magnificent.
What I found pretty intriguing myself was that VONHELTON was apprehensive of going out because it was too dark out. Between him and Mazda, he was scared.
The 27.
Are you afraid of the dark, Kenny?
Are you afraid of the dark? We never got to the bottom of that. Maybe that's what it was. He was just told, "Hey, whatever you're the most afraid of, ask them if they're afraid of it."
Yeah, it was just projection, projection on his part.
Secular, do you have another spot open up in here?
I think so. Who's
I don't know. I see Ronnie Ray in the chat. I don't know if he wants to hop in here.
Well, that's not the real Ronnie Ray. Ronnie Ray's in prison with the rest of them.
Wow, this is Ronnie Ray's. Proctor.
He's sharing Larry's fucking prison phone. He might be able to get connected.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it was Nanoforce or Nats that found the whole that quick little snippet of Vaughn getting scared by Mouse coming into the room where he fucking screams.
God.
You scared me.
Well, there's the link,
Keep
Ronnie
doing
Ray. It's posted at the top of the chat as well. If you want to jump in the StreamYard, you just need a mic and a cam. Your phone should suffice if you're on your phone. You're more than welcome. I got one spot. I don't have the fancy StreamYard. I don't have the paid for it. So I got 6 people I can have in.
You don't have the fancy StreamYard that J-Dubs is paying for.
Right.
So Vaughn can have a fucking backdrop.
Right. But let's take a look at this magnificent tour. I'll skip up here.
On rollers and a black.
I dropped my phone.
I just want to point out, too, Von Helton was talking in this about, like, we'll get there. I don't want to get too sidetracked before we get there. But he was talking about replacing the fucking stove and fridge and whatnot with his.
Can't have these white.
Dude can't
Well,
clip his toenails, but he's gonna move a refrigerator.
I need my
Nobody
black
around
ability.
him. Nobody around him is going to help him because he's made enemies with everybody. Like I know on a dolly I can move a stove and like a decent sized fridge by myself, but Vaughn can't. I'll guarantee you. Vaughn, how the fuck is he going to move?
He's got powder toes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And swole foot.
I'll skip up here. Where does he finally get in there? Fucking. At some point, J-Dubs talks about my mom's vagina again. I don't know where that is.
I would pay money to see
Look
J.
at this profile. And I was actually telling someone, I was giving him some credit. I was like, fucking, I think J-Dubs looking like he's losing weight. I think it's just because he trimmed his beard and got a haircut. Because look at this. And these motherfuckers say, I'm 400 pounds. Like, look, he's got the Von Helton profile going on. Like,
I would pay money to see J-Dubs play Fila in any type of fashion, be it video game or real life.
Or foosball.
Fila is a brand. FIFA is what you're thinking of.
God damn it, you're right.
Damn it, I'm wrong too.
Doesn't feel like a soccer. Like I would like to see him
FIFA.
play.
FIFA. Yeah.
Fila is like a brand.
Yeah, but isn't it a sports brand?
I mean, maybe kind of.
I don't know. I
guess.
always thought Fila was like a sports brand or something.
I always thought Fila was connected to soccer, but yeah, it's FIFA.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
I was wrong too. Damn it.
Okay. Well.
I hate
Oh,
that.
here's a better fucking shot.
There's somebody backstage, Rolo.
Okay.
Oh,
Go,
God,
Jones.
it's backwards laugh.
Oh, Jesus.
Got her started already.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, it's a shoe brand. Okay, I got you. For some reason I thought they did.
Well, they do apparel
most.
too. They're
But I thought they were connected with a sport.
No, they're just like shoes and regular apparel.
Look at that. J-Dub's the mighty.
100% New York beef.
Mm.
Look at that.
Kosher,
Ladies,
folks.
you could have had them. You could have had them.
Yeah.
Ronnie Ray will get you in here in a sec. Anyways, I want to see this fucking tour. So Vaughn is heading over. He's going to face his fears. And there he is.
He's gonna face his fears.
I can
See
come
how
hang out.
big? Yeah, see how big the room is? See how big the room is, though?
Yeah, it's almost twice as wide as your home.
Now with you in the living room, we do a live show together on that place.
Yeah, isn't it cool?
Where you planning on?
They
putting-
can't say
Where you
they
planning on
can't
putting?
say shit about this room. They can't say shit about this house.
Because it's been empty for 2 fucking months, you dolt.
So
What
where
are those boxes on the table?
the desk? Oh, you got an island in the kitchen. Oh,
The boxes on
Yeah.
the table
Yep.
right there are because he got internet service through Spectrum,
Oh,
but
oh.
it's like the discounted one. So he's got the Wi-Fi router and all of that ready to set up. He just hasn't done it yet.
That makes sense.
Now, something I did want to point out is that fucking Alice had a pretty bomb-ass fucking kitchen. Like, I would.
Yeah.
Oh, she's got a nice crib, dude. For real.
It's a fantastic double wide. Like it's a newer one. You can tell.
Yeah.
It's filled with old lady garbage, but she was an old lady.
Well, Vaughn won't even change that. He's the guy. He's going to leave the doilies right where they are. He's gonna
Oh
leave them.
yeah.
Yeah. It'll be a shrine.
Oh god, it's and like how long until this place is just completely smelling like fucking dog shit and fucking. That's the shame. If he was to get his claws into this,
Do you think his
2
toenails
months?
like mark up the floor?
Oh, he wouldn't be able to. Between him and midnight, you don't know who's clicking and clacking around the fucking linoleum.
Like the T-Rexes from fucking Jurassic Park.
It's either
Just
it's
skittering.
either him or fucking midnight coming for a sausage. Fucking click, 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 click. Oh, that's fun. Oh my god.
If Ronnie Ray's backstage, I'll hop out so he can get in.
All right, whatever works. If someone wants to leave, we get Ronnie Ray in.
All right, Bone Thugs, come on in, Ronnie.
All right. Ronnie Ray.
Oh, yeah. Can you hear me?
Oh, we got you.
Loud and clear.
All right.
Yeah, go for it.
What a turn of events, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Have you watched the video when he got notified that Jim was finally in control of the property today?
And we're gonna get to that. I think that's his newest stream. Yeah. So what happened in court exactly?
Brother. Well, he got trustee over the estate.
So he is the man in charge.
He is the man. You might as well say, I mean, until he sells it and puts the money into the trust, he owns the property, basically. He can buy, sell, kick people out,
Whatever he wants, basically.
Yeah, but they're doing it the right way. They're following the advice of their lawyer, so they're doing it slow and proper.
Yeah.
He hasn't filed the eviction paperwork yet, but he wants to. His lawyer still has some papers for him to fill out, so he wants to get everything lined out before he goes at him with the eviction.
Right.
But,
understandable.
Do you think that Jim would be willing to let Vaughn stay on the property if he?
No, he's already burnt that bridge a million times. Hell, he blew it up, dude.
So, under no circumstances, making Vaughn
over, dude. No,
you can stay here, but you have to maintain the property. Like you got to be going out there on the mower.
No, because Jim's old, man. He's already had 2 strokes. He wants to liquidate all of Alice's assets and put it in the estate and be done with it. He's not gonna put stupid ass up anywhere.
Yeah.
He's just not. He's and then he's bashed the whole family for years. He's running my uncle's name in the mud, putting his address out there, doxing him on the videos and stuff. I mean, we're just done.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. Like, if Vaughn was not the complete shitbag that he is, he might have had a chance.
If he tried to be a part of this family and say that he was, related to the Frosts instead of bashing us, and all of us are the ones that loved and helped Alice while he laid over there in that trailer making his videos all these years. We're the ones that were around Alice and spent time with Alice and did chores for Alice. Yeah. Are you guys getting feedback off me? Is that me?
That's my dog ringing the bell because he wants out. Oh, good. Before I go, Ronnie, change them goddamn locks.
Yeah.
Jim's supposed to go get the locks tomorrow or the next day, and then I'll be down there changing them, bro.
Yeah.
Because as at this moment, once I change him locks, if he goes over and breaks in, he's breaking and entering. That's a criminal charge.
You need to be super petty about it. Like when the locks get changed,
I'm going to be super slow and just take my time.
Well, when the job is done, just leave him on Vaughn's fucking front doorstep.
Well, see, the thing about it, oh, you mean the old locks and shit?
Yeah.
Up on his porch. Well, the thing about it is, at the same day that I'm changing the locks, they're going down there to get the
truck,
the title to the truck, and the keys to Alice's trailer, because I got to have the key. I mean, I don't have to have the keys to get in it, but it would be easier than me having to pick the locks or whatever.
Yeah. You guys just gonna go down? You're gonna get the sheriff to go down with you? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna take the law with us.
That's a good move.
He's got that piece of paper, that says he's the boss. So all he's got to do is call him, and they'll be right after. I mean, he's the legal eagle right now.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anyone who is capable of live streaming this or video capturing this?
Well, Larry said he bought a camera specifically for that. I don't know what he means.
He very well might have.
I'm going to be there, so I can always put the lock stuff down just long enough to turn around and get some video of them, going after him for the truck and the title and the with the cops. And, I'm sure I could turn around and point my iPhone and get a little video of something. I don't know how good it'll be or how much we'll be able to hear because it is 30, 40 foot, from his back door to Alice's front door. And I'll be over there. So obviously I can't just walk right up and get in their business, but I'll be right there.
You should do it for your own protection. You should just have it just in case he goes squirrely. And
Yep.
Oh, I was, I'll be packing heat, but there'll be a sheriff standing there, so it won't matter. These Clay, so all the officials in Clay County they know who he is, they know how he is. This ain't their first rodeo with VONHELTON, so he's the talk of the town. I mean, all the people that he's roasted on here, put their names out there, they're subscribers, so they get notifications every time he goes live on Twitch. The CPS workers, the investigators, the judges that he's bad mouthing, all of them, they talk, you know what I'm saying? They all know who he is. They're laughing their ass off right now.
Oh, it'd be a damn shame if the judge in particular that Larry paid off
I'd hate to see it. Could you imagine him have to go up in front of that guy?
Oh,
buddy.
Man, I talk to Judge Harris every day, man. Like we're longtime fans.
I do like the idea though that if this could be timed while he's live streaming, that'd be amazing. But
Right. Larry said
get.
he was going to go and get some video, but I don't know.
It's Larry,
right?
We don't know.
He's my cousin. I love him. He took care of Alice when nobody else could. So
I'm sure Larry is great people, but Larry and technology do not.
Yeah.
Larry's got like one of those like big like VHS recorder over the shoulder fucking cameras there.
Takes a tape. Right?
Yeah.
Larry shows up with the fucking steady cam.
Or the old $100 camcorder from back in the 90s.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to take a second here. First of all, I want to thank TR out there. They hit the Drain Lake Alice Fund with $5, so I appreciate that. That's Heineken for this Thursday, folks. That's not lying to you. It's all about beer. It always goes to beer. So, but let's watch Vaughn here revel in his mother's house, his grand future as it unrolls before him.
Me right off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Helen's in the stream. That is what we are. But I thought I would put my desk right here in front of the fireplace. This table is nice, but I got a dining room table in there too. Mom's got all these extra dining room chairs. I don't really know what to do with them. She's got extra dining room chairs. See, these dining room tables have leaves in them, and the more leaves you put in it, the more chairs you can add. So she's got a bunch of extra chairs, but I really don't know what to do with them all, to be honest. And I really don't need 2 dining room tables. So what I thought I would do is I just put my desk here and in front of the fireplace and shit. That way the fireplace is like a backdrop, right? This would be my backdrop that you would see every time I do a live show.
He'd take those fucking awards that his kids got in like 2011, just staple them right next to the fucking fireplace.
Pretty nice backdrop, actually.
I don't think they'll survive the move, man. Those things are so fucking aged, they just disintegrate if you try to touch them again.
They can't say shit about this house. No fucking way. They try to say this house is a mess. They're fucking liars. Okay, a bunch of liars.
I like how in Vaughn's mind, it's an easier idea to move to a different house than it is to clean the one he has.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Here, bro.
Oh, here's my bathroom.
I got a clean house now. CPS will give me my kids back. And they're watching these videos every day. They know what he's planning. Stupid.
The funny thing is that he moved in there. He wouldn't even change the sheets on the bed or take the clothes out of the drawers. He just fucking keep on living.
That was our biggest fear because he's been threatening it. And legally, he could have done it until today.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, he could still go over there. He's got the keys and be like a squatter, but then he's going to get put out either way. It doesn't matter which house he's in. He's out there.
Can we all just appreciate the fact that Vaughn, he took the time and effort to take the pillows and the blanket up off the floor and put them back on the bed?
Yeah.
Well, if he did that.
Momentary lapse of reason on his part, probably.
Could you imagine what that tub would look like if Vaughn actually got in it?
Oh my God!
Yeah.
The ring around that thing, you would never be able to get it clean again.
It'd look like a giant bowl of beef stew.
He could probably just stick one hand in there and put a film on that thing you'd never get off.
That's why he's going to bring the slugs over. He's going to carry them over in his hand and put them in there to clean the fucking tub, I guess. Ring around the fucking.
It's so damn nasty, dude. It's ridiculous.
He would lay in that. He'd lay in that tub with the brown water and just sit there and pretend he's mashed potatoes.
These women in my family are already saying how they're dreading the day they got to go in there and clean that mess up.
No, just
No, like
bulldoze
it would be cheaper to just have it all hauled away at this point.
2 gallons of diesel fuel and a book of matches is all you need.
Well, yeah,
Where the
but
dog's gonna live?
like I said, it sits 30 foot from Alice's.
That's true.
You couldn't burn one without burning the other, unless you'd have to pay somebody to come move it to help. You're going to do that, have them haul it off.
Yeah.
But the whole thing about it is we're trying to save as much of this financial part of it as we can for the children. This is all about the children, whether he wants to admit it or not. This is him trying to get his children's inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, let's be straight. Like, as long as you shut the gas off to Vaughn's single wide, if you strike a match and drop it, that trailer's going up like fucking Chernobyl.
There's so much garbage piled up in it, I'd say it'd burn for a week.
We saw the walkthrough that Vaughn did where he just
when he walked through. Yeah, ooh, I've seen it too.
Jesus.
Gosh, it's so nasty. Well, Larry said nobody's been in there and cleaned that trailer in over a year, so he ain't cleaning nothing, man. I can just imagine the filth and nastiness he's living in.
Look at
does
this.
he even have a washer and dryer in that place?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he does, but it's probably got 3 inches of dust on it.
Jesus.
Well, the reason I know that he has a washer and dryer is because probably mid 2021, he did the walkthrough, like he quotation marks clean the trailer quotation marks. That's where he keeps the fucking cases of like Chef Boyardee and fucking ramen noodles.
Yeah, like 1% of my psyche wants to feel sorry for him, but then the 99% beats the crap out of that guy. You know what I'm saying?
He's made his fucking bed.
It's like I was saying. It's like he is such a despicable piece of shit that even if what he was saying was true, if you guys were truly con artists or trying to take that place from him. No, we know it's not true. Obviously, it's not true. It came from VONHELTON. But if it was the case, we still wouldn't mind. It's just to be like,
it's like him talking all these millions of dollars and all this craziness. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, don't you think that my living situation would be a lot better if I had Alice's money? She never had that much money. I mean, she was never worth that much. But if I had the $7 million he's talking about that the Frost stole, hell, we'd all be living better.
Well, the number keeps on fluctuating because at first it was like 6 million, then it became 6.5 million.
Well, you got to add Larry's rent, and you got to add, all this other.
And then you got to factor in it was $1,000 bills, which made it $30 million.
You got to add up all the gas money he spent chasing the CPS around trying to
Well,
get his kids
$2 million
back.
right there.
Yeah, that's $2 million of his daddy's inheritance. Which, okay, what was the name on that fucking will, Vaughn?
His daddy didn't have anything. He had a $30,000 life insurance policy that Larry found after Irby had went and took all that money from Alice. That's what Alice was living on, was Irby's what he had in life insurance. He found that policy and was able to redeem it and get Alice that money after Irby had took what she had in the bank. She had nothing but her monthly income. I mean,
Now, was that left to the next of kin or the blood heir? Because it's Kentucky, so it goes to the blood heir.
No, that's not true.
Next,
so that will that he's saying he's contesting and it was fraudulent and all this was filed 9 years ago with her lawyer before she ever was diagnosed with dementia. When she still had her faculties, she went up there and filed that will. And Alice that we all know didn't want him to have anything. She didn't want him out in the cold, but she didn't want him to get at her money.
Well, it's like we said at the beginning, is that that he's been mentioning the trust fund for the kids and the will and the fact that he wasn't the beneficiary of the will for over 3 years. It's only in recent
place already. All that's already,
and he acknowledged all that.
Right.
It's only been recently that he's changed his tune on that, and
Because
now
he
he's trying to
needs the
claim
money.
blood heir.
He's got to have somewhere to go. He knows that the end is nigh, bro.
Yeah. Well, once it dawned on him that he wasn't going to be able to steal the money from the kids, then all of a sudden, no, they don't get anything.
Yeah, we all stole it, so we got to pay it back, right? He was even saying how my aunt and uncle had to give their property to him and shit. What the hell was that?
Well, they conned the Sester place out of whoever owned it before. You know,
They bought it from Alice years and years ago. Hell, that's been 20 years ago, man, that they bought that place.
Yeah. Well, the gods told him there was something wrong with that deal.
Like him saying that they've been coercing her and coaching her and all these years. Yeah, my uncle had nothing better to do for 25, 30 years of his life than to set Irby up.
Yeah. You know, instead of just having her give it to him outright 30 years ago.
Right.
Well, Ronnie, like, real talk.
Go for
Get
it.
a hold of Jim and let's just put brass tacks out there.
I've already talked to Jim. It's all I can do to keep, it was all I could do over the past 2 months.
We all know that.
Keep one of us from going down there.
We all know that Alice's property is easily worth $120 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, all 100 acres of it, yeah.
It's on a gas reserve.
It's like 120 acres. There's one gas well that's leased out. She gets a little royalty check every month. It's not a significant amount either. I mean, it's not like he says it is. It's nothing. I mean, even if you owned a gas well, which she did, she owns the gas well, but she leased out the mineral rights to the gas well. So the local gas companies are drawing gas off that, and she gets a little royalty check, and then her house and a couple other trailers are hooked to it because in the state of Kentucky, if you're within 500 foot of the well, you automatically get hooked to it.
So is Jim just like diving in that like money pit like Scrooge McDuck?
No,
just swimming in the vault of coins.
No, he's not. He's more interested in doing what's right and taking care of what Alice wanted. That was his aunt.
I'm just yanking your chain, brother.
I know, bro. It's all good. Yeah, you know how it is. I mean, we've all dealt with this scumbag for years. The family's tired. We want closure, man. We want justice for Alice. We want her to be able to rest in peace without him being able to just destroy her house. I just imagine what she's thinking right now watching all this.
Mm. Well,
what were your thoughts on Von's whole claim of he's willing to have Alice's body exhumed?
Oh, Jesus. Man, he's a nut, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah. He knows no bounds as far as how low.
Then he's been making idle threats here and there, and then as he gets closer to the end, he gets to be desperate, man. We don't know what he obviously who knows what he's capable of in that stupid head of his. I mean, I'd hate to have to kill him, but if he come down here acting stupid, Jim already wants to shoot him, so he wouldn't. If he went 100 yards down the road, brother, and got up in my uncle's yard running his mouth, I'd say even Millie, his wife, wouldn't be able to stop him.
Yeah, well, Jim's old enough; he ain't got a whole fuck of a lot left to lose, so he ain't going to be.
Yeah. Well, that's what I had to talk him out of because he was he was ready, like he was.
Do you think Jim would shoot him with the fucking revolvers that he stole from Vaughn?
There you go again, Wilson. The background on Jim, right? I told everybody that one.
Yeah. It's a Vietnam vet, right?
Yeah. Door gunner on a helicopter, got shot down 4 times, got the soldier's medal. He's eligible for the Medal of Honor, but nobody ever put him in for it.
And by the guns that Jim stole, I mean the guns that Vaughn sold.
Dude, my uncle's got plenty of guns down there, believe me.
Well, I tell you, this is what I think he should do. I think when midnight hits of that last day of it, whether it's 30-day or a 90-day eviction, midnight on the fucking dot, just disconnect the plumbing, fucking hook her on, send her down the fucking Crane Creek where it slopes down towards Manchester and just give it a shove and say, set
it on fire.
Let nature take its course and fucking See you on the other
Torch it
side.
and watch it roll down the hill, right?
I'm going to play a little bit more of this. I am intrigued. We were talking about Von Helton possibly taking a bath in
I'll be
this. And
thinking about your questions. I'm in here for anything you guys want to know.
All right. But I got a flash when I thought of Von taking, like, easing himself into a hot tub was like the flash one of those turkeys in the freezer.
Oh, you got to get to that video. Yeah, you got to get to that video, dude. It was priceless. I had a glorious day watching him. His whole demeanor changed. He started out with J-Dubs, and they're all smiling and laughing, and then all of a sudden, all the trolls start hitting him up, you know, and telling him, "Jim's your landlord now," and all this. It was great.
We're gonna get there next.
Won't that be nice?
Oh yeah, look at that fucking huge top fucking hole.
Yeah. See,
I just like listening to the two of these fucking schemers.
Him talking about he's gonna take a bath.
Yeah, who are we kidding?
I'll actually be able to take a bath instead of a damn shower. See them bathtubs? The bathtubs in a single wide trailer are way too small. And you know what the scary part is? I'm not even a big guy. I'm only 5'7", but I can't fit in the goddamn bathtub to get a bath. I have to take a shower.
Because you're fat.
But now I can actually take a bath, man. That'd be awesome. I'll be able to sit there in that jacuzzi and just relax. Take
a whole tub of water in the water, get out and say, "I'll wait."
Vaughn, you're living like a king now.
The dirt would burn that pump out in 2 minutes.
Trolls
get down in there, and then even the tub would have stretch marks.
They're gonna have a stroke.
But
I'm surprised Solar Marshall ain't messaging me right now telling me you're going to prison.
Who's that?
That's the picture they take of you when you go to basic. There's no patches, there's no rank, there's nothing on that blank jacket. It's the very, like in reception in the Army, that's the picture they take to send home to mom.
They can't say shit about this.
He washed out of the Army. He never was anything.
They just can't. But yeah, not too bad, huh?
Like that trailer is absolutely gorgeous.
Got this big bedroom for the girls.
His mother wouldn't have it any other way, you know.
Girls here.
She hoped that he would grow up.
Bedroom here, not quite as big, but still good size.
My wife and my aunt go down there and clean for her. They kept that place spotless.
It looks like it. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm on the big screen. Vaughn,
He's just wanting to tear it up.
They're gonna go crazy. SO is gonna make a 4-hour fucking movie about this, man.
I heard Larry called J-Dubs out earlier today.
Even that tub's still fucking tiny. And like I said, I'm not even a big guy. I'm only like 5'7".
Vaughn.
And by the way, since we're on the subject, you know, they kept saying, "Oh, Vaughn stole her Thanksgiving turkey." Well, what the hell you call that, bro? And look at this.
A biohazard.
Okay.
So first of all, it wasn't. I believe that story took place a while ago.
Yeah.
And the fact that
in November,
Thanksgiving. Yeah.
And the fact that his mother has turkeys in the freezer has nothing to do with what Vaughn has.
Well, Larry got the video where he went running out the door with all the food.
Oh, nice.
Remember, he had the cameras in there. He's got all kinds of, dude. He's talking about making a movie. He has all kinds. 2 years worth of footage of Vaughn going in there, and, you know, and yelling at Alice and doing Vaughn. I mean, I can't wait to see what he comes up with.
They lie, man. They fucking lie. I don't know why they got all that bread. I don't know that's good. But they lie like hell, man. But anyway, yeah.
You hear me,
Nobody but Vaughn has stepped in that trailer since she passed.
You know, SO is gonna make, you know, a 4-day fucking movie about this. You know, he's going to fucking shoot a fucking load. He's not gonna be.
I hope he has a fucking stroke over it. I hope he has a stroke.
They didn't even go in there and get clothes for her to dress her in for her funeral. They went and bought her new because they didn't want to go in there and have to deal with him.
I just want to point out that J-Dubs yet again mentions my name and has it like equated to a sexual fucking. Before it was squirting, now I'm gonna shoot a load.
I think he loves you.
Oh,
yeah. He wants you so bad. Good and proper, yes, sir.
I don't get it. He's just always, you know, Von Helton. If I ever met that fucking SO, you know what I'd do? I'd fucking stick his dick right in my mouth, Von. I'd show him a cocksucker. This is how the fucking guy talks to him.
Oh shit! That's hilarious, bro.
He's up, J-Dubs. Fuck.
Now, oddly enough, if Vaughn walked into Secular's house while he's having a stroke, he'd be able to identify that, but wouldn't be able to identify Alice's.
Yeah, right.
this shit tomorrow. But
Yeah, he needs to.
there,
He needs.
and
He needs to. He needs to fucking croak it, in my opinion.
J-Dub's ready to move in too, ain't he?
look at this area.
Yeah. Well, like I said, you know,
Yeah,
this is. These, I got two huge, what they call great rooms. Okay. You know, and they're massive. They're massive. You got. It's
Called
like
a living room. It's
having
not called a great
two
room.
divided,
And there's
right?
no garbage on the floor.
And
Look
then
at
I
that.
still
Would you look at that?
like, see, I
It's-
can. What
So
I can do.
how much more room do you got?
Meticulously kept.
Right here, and have this as a bedroom. This area over here is a bedroom, and still
No.
have this as my office.
Bedroom by the
And
front
put me a
door.
wall up here,
No.
and a doorway instead of having this
He
open
was
area
talking about
here.
painting the kitchen
You know,
green.
there's a lot of things that I could do.
Now, granted, like
More bedrooms
to Vaughn,
than
like
if I need them. If I
you
need
compare
another
Vaughn
bedroom,
walking into his trailer,
Midnight, is that you?
compare that to walking into this trailer.
Oh,
Yeah,
night.
it's like walking into the halls of fucking Whiterun.
Right.
Holy cow, Vaughn.
He's gonna go speak to the Jarl and
What?
It's a beautiful place. I mean,
Dirty food. That's the food I get. It was midnight. Midnight, where the hell did you go, man?
he honestly had himself believing he was going to get that house.
Yeah.
Oh, we was on again. It's so funny how he loses internet connection and it disappears. Holy cow, they're gonna make. So we're just gonna do an announcement real quick. COVID is fake.
Okay. Anyways,
No, yeah.
we're not going to skip that, folks. Disclaimer: YouTube, the powers that are
If you
watching.
had a tour, everybody, you see how Alice lived.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Amazingly.
the really weird thing about this whole thing is that Vaughn probably could get partnered with Twitch. He might be able to make a very, very, very meager income just based off ads.
If
If
he
there is-
wanted
I don't
to,
think he'd be able to run that place and keep it up. I mean, he's not gonna be able to pay all them bills.
Oh, he's gonna
based
run
off
two
of where
like-
he's at now, he could be affiliate status, but he just
Yes,
hasn't
like
applied.
he has the watch hours, and he might have the follower count.
He has
But-
the
Yeah,
follower
but-
count. He has the watch hours. He does the proper amount of streams and the proper amount
If-
of days with individual viewers. But he has to apply. He has to put in the work, and he doesn't.
He doesn't know
really-
how to. It's the same
Well,
reason he keeps on claiming that he can't get monetized on YouTube is because he keeps on trying to tie it to his old, fucking Google AdSense account, which got deleted.
Yeah.
If there's one motherfucker that if he got partnered with Twitch to where he might be able to make money just off ads, that would kill his fucking channel, it's fucking J-Dubs. Because
Yeah, the
once
thing
he gets
is-
partnered,
Yeah, if he's
And
partnered, they'll
J-Dubs-
watch him close. Yeah.
yeah, once J-Dub starts, saying his fucking Yiddish N-words, yeah, like he will
Yeah, he's
kill
done.
Vaughn. Yeah, he's Gorn.
Well, didn't J Dubs just get his shit killed too? Like somebody flagged him, and he went from a couple of hundred views a day to 10.
Well, fuck me running. Like according to J-Dubs, he was getting like 1,000 views a video, but the fucking trolls, they fucking flagged my channel, and now I'm only getting like 2 live viewers. First of all, J-Dubs doesn't have fucking trolls because no one care. No one gives a shit about him.
Right? Wasn't today Monday? I thought he had a job.
Well, he's got a wife. Have you not heard about his wife? Every
Oh,
time
his
he tries to
Muslim
go
wife?
live with every time he tries to go live with Vaughn, his wife wants to just pounce on him and just fuck his brains out.
I think she's
No.
pouncing on him, telling him to quit talking to that damn loser. Get out of there.
But like, I thought his wife visits him. Didn't he say that before in a live stream? Oh, when my wife visits.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, there's some weird language gets used sometimes. She's coming over. She's coming over for dinner. Shit like that.
Fancy apartment.
What I thought that you live with your wife.
Mm.
Though I
that
will
was the
say-
ideal.
Though I will say, and I'm just putting it out there for the sake of just for fairness, most of that talk was when they first got the place. So I think she was still living at a residence, and he was the one moving the stuff in because he's a loser with nothing to do. So he's putting together all the beds and the dishes,
Okay.
and she was still, I think, maybe living at another residence, like finishing out her rent. Or
Yeah.
I think he
That-
wants to be like Vaughn and be some big video star.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Mrs. Parker was giving him so much great advice. If you want to do a Twitch channel, go buy a tent and camp out for a weekend at Lake Alice.
Right?
People would fucking watch it. Like, put your skills to the test and just go an entire weekend.
All right. Show us your commando skills, big boy. All that training you got.
Well, I pointed that out years ago. I mean, he used to always be a big prepper, right? He was the prepping was the big thing, and he'd show pictures of his ma's fucking garage with all these, cases of water she bought. He's like, I'm preparing. I'm like, but he's never made a video so much showing people that he can fish or build a shelter or fucking.
I've never seen him do anything. He never comes out of that trailer. He don't do anything.
Even back before
every day for the first 5 years I lived in Kentucky. I was at Alice's. I was working for her. Hell, I roofed both of them houses. I put the roof on his trailer and her trailer. I mean, I was the one cutting the grass for a long time, and me and my wife was over there every day. He don't come out of that house unless it was dinner time or something. He'd come over there and eat with everybody, just because he wanted food.
Even back before the guns were gone, I offered Vaughn, like, I will buy you the case of ammo and I will give you $100. I want to see you shoot that 44 Magnum single-handed.
He wouldn't know how.
It would break his fucking wrist.
Right. Plus, he stole them guns from his mom. Those were Alice's guns.
They kept them in the oven.
Well, no, one of them she kept in the oven, or actually, Big Irvy used to hide the gun in the oven, and he put the gun in the oven and didn't tell Alice, and she went in there and turned the oven on and melted it, and it started shooting. It shot that oven all to shit. So she still had that gun. It was mangled, but she still had it. She had a couple of Ruger Redhawks.
Yeah.
She had a bunch of guns. Those are the ones that he's pointing at the cameras and shit. Like, those were her guns that he went over there and took.
Right. Huh. Well, I think this is the stream from this afternoon.
Oh,
Yakety yak.
Great. Yep.
Don't talk back. Yakety yak. Watch your chat.
But you can stream forward all the way to the point to where his Etsy account is messed up.
That's where I'm going.
Right at that moment is when everything starts blowing up. All the haters start sending him all the messages and the emails, and he just loses his shit. You can see it in his face.
I was told it's about the last 20 minutes of the video, so I was going to start about 38 minutes. Let's see if that's a good spot to start. It looks like we're going to get a mukbang.
Don't get too excited, trolls.
Uh-oh.
Because this isn't definitely not over.
You got to back it up a little bit more. He was talking about how he's getting emails from all the trolls.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Keep me alive, buddy.
What is that powdery shit he's putting in his yogurt? What is that?
It's his ivermectin.
Oh shit.
Thanks, Wilson.
That was the shit that fucking Rosalie sent him that he's not supposed to fucking air on cam, but here he fucking is.
The fat lady ain't sung on that shit yet, trolls and haters.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Should I back up more?
Yeah, I'd go back a bit more.
Yeah.
It was about the time when J-Dubs come in.
And the
Yeah,
gods
right. Yep. That was when all the shit started happening.
The gods have not
way
weighed
back
in
here?
on this matter.
Yeah.
Right there. That's my favorite thing. We're just like,
Yeah.
it's not over yet. The gods have not weighed in.
Yeah,
Like,
he hasn't announced yet that he's getting messages from the trolls yet.
Having trouble reading the card, apparently. So
Yeah, this is where his Etsy account was fucking up.
I wonder what's going on with the wife.
I don't know.
Let me go check and see what she's doing.
Oh, okay.
He didn't seem too happy with the $1 I sent him.
He's trying hard to keep a straight face because he's live, but man, it's eating him up.
Like, so I heard that Jim's your new landlord.
Well, at some point you see him starting putting his hands up on his face, and he don't never do that. Like literally holding his head up with his hands, and all they're filthy nasty too. Wiping that nasty mustache and shit. Ugh.
Why does he always look
I wish they would give
constipated?
me specific.
He's just pissed.
Have you seen his fucking diet?
Because
I don't know how he could be constipated unless it's the nitrates and all that shit he eats.
I mean, maybe.
But most of it can't have any solids in it because he can't chew it.
I mean, I would not be if he hasn't shit since 2016. I wouldn't be surprised.
I watched him gum down a steak with Brett Keane. Like,
Oh shit!
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised what you can batter into submission without any teeth.
Yeah.
Oh, when he did the stream with Miss Parker, I offered him like I will pay him $100 to eat a head of lettuce like an apple.
Yeah, I mean, there's some there's some things you just can't do, but you'd be surprised what you can do without any fucking choppers.
Letting midnight out.
I imagine at this point, Von Helton's the inside of his mouth is hardened like a turtle's.
Yeah,
you can fucking crush like.
I don't think he's
walnuts
peak level
The
yet.
the nut cracker.
He'll do good in jail, folks.
oh, he'll be great. They're ready.
Put that in the
That's some
chat
photos
earlier
I'm gonna
today.
send to my mom.
My
Boy,
Captain
he
Crunch
ain't got
challenge. My
Yes.
Captain Crunch challenge still stands.
Yes.
My mom would love to see photos of me and the wife.
Grape nuts.
Oh,
I challenged Von Helton years ago to 2 contests. One was Bob for apples, and another one was a corn on the cob eating contest.
I've heard the grape nuts challenge. I'm fairly certain he could just swallow those.
yeah, get enough spit going, you can just wolf them down.
My challenge was I would pay him $200 to eat a bowl of Captain Crunch dry.
Ooh,
Ooh,
I'd pay money to watch that. That'd be
I'd
funny.
love to see that.
Because I'm a sadist.
I put out a challenge just to the audience for years. How much would it take to get someone to eat a fucking kiwi out of Von Helton's ass? That's
That'd
what
take
will
a
it
lot
take?
of money, bro.
Yeah.
That would take a lot of money.
I will also counter that. Like I will pay Shani $200 to eat a cup of ice.
Oh, I'd love that.
absolutely.
I want to hear her four last fucking top teeth to scream.
Fine. Don't show them online.
Don't show them online.
Fuck no.
The
Next thing you
trolls
know,
are-
they'll take your kids, J-Dubs. Oh,
you know
wait.
the trolls are itching to see a picture of her. You know that,
Of
right?
course they are, because then they can go into Google image search and find her. They'll have all of her damn information in 5 fucking seconds. That's why.
Listen, I'm not here to talk shit about anybody's girlfriends or wives or mothers or anything like that. And I've only seen 2 pictures. One picture was obviously not his wife. And the second one, she was standing at the sink. I actually thought it was J-Dubs.
Oh, God.
Like the shoulders and the back and everything. And then I looked close and there was a hair bun. And I'm like, oh my God, it's his fucking girlfriend from the back.
I'm sorry
the
to
beard
have
thicker
to
than
say
his,
this,
or-
but I've already heard J-Dubs' wife's voice. I put that in a Google voice search. I know everything about her.
Yeah, we got it. We got it, folks.
Yeah.
Messing with Sasquatch.
I got a picture I can show here, actually. You're going to love this picture, Vaughn.
Oh yeah, he's worried looking at Von.
Oh, you watch him. He's
I guess.
getting all them messages now.
You're gonna love this. It's a picture of it's a picture of me and the Blues Brothers.
Oh, is it really? Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
His
Yep,
face
there you
is everything.
At some point, he
Right in,
really,
right?
at some point, he's really not even paying attention to J-Dubs.
He's looking at every
Right.
fucking screen. Like he's looking at his own fucking cameras. He's looking at his second screen.
Yeah.
He's just
Something's going on. Something's going down. He's getting messages. He's getting the news. Folks, we're going to watch the descent of Von Helton here.
Yes, please.
And who's this? It's a picture of me and who?
Yeah, Will.
Will, the king of the trolls, right?
Oh, look at the sad.
how the fuck is Will the king of the trolls?
Face. I don't know if anyone sees
Yeah.
it. Look at the face.
Oh,
that
because Will Kincaid is a sack of shit and the only one willing to talk to him. That's why.
That's kind of
Pretty much.
I know that the Raging Atheist, like he made like a somewhat apology to Will Kincaid's wife.
it's kind of demonic.
That has nothing compared to what fucking DC Media Girl said to fucking Will Kincaid's wife.
Oh my god, I love what she said to him.
Well, yeah, Mothra got confused when DC brought up like who is the person that LARPs as a Jew. everyone automatically brings up fucking J-Dubs.
Yeah, of course.
And then, oh shit, we forget about fucking Will Kincaid, who is a fucking vacuum of humor, but he's so fucking edgy, and he's in with Negs now.
Oh, that's a nice picture of me. Oh man, you should see the sushi we went to. We went to eat sushi one day. I took the wife out to eat sushi. Oh man,
I bet that picture weighs
sushi
200
was
pounds.
so good.
Notice how we still
Huge
never
chunks.
see the wife.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. That's huge, man. Wow. That's massive.
Now, Jay, the one taking the pictures.
Now,
Yeah.
J-Dubs, that was made in a kitchen that handles non-kosher shellfish, so that isn't kosher.
Oh, but see, he's Muslim now. Remember?
Well,
He has
that's
a
even,
Muslim wife.
that's even worse, though. I mean, they got a lot of the same dietary laws.
Yeah, it needs to be
It ain't
halal.
halal, yeah. It ain't halal either. Because if the kitchen ain't kosher, the food ain't kosher.
Yeah.
Hey,
I don't know who the wife is talking to, but they're having some conversation. I don't know if you can hear it, but
No, can't hear a thing. And it's a good thing I can't.
She may be a
because
lost cow
they
herself.
can do a voice ID of her voice, too, by the way.
Voice ID. Oh fuck!
I've already got it,
They got
Vaughn.
money, and they can go to a website that'll find all that for them.
You forget that I'm a troll hater and naysayer. I will destroy J-Dubs' fucking life.
well, they have
Roger that.
They sit in the basement and they got mommy's money.
Right. Exactly.
I'm calling CPS to New York right now. I'm on the phone with fucking Judge Harris in Kentucky.
Ivermectin.
oh, don't say it. Don't say that, please.
Oh, God.
That's a trouble.
I think it's kratom. No, I'm joking.
Creatine. He's muscle building. He's waiting on you, Sec.
I've been training.
It's not creatine.
You know, the trolls are all excited about
Here we go.
me losing my property. The fat lady ain't sung
Yeah.
on that shit.
His
yet,
property.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Oh no, there's
That
a
lady ain't
difference
sung
between
yet.
your property and your legal residence.
True.
And the gods ain't even weighed in yet. All right. The gods have not weighed in.
The
on this.
gourds.
Mm.
Yeah, the gods.
So don't
Yeah.
get
Taking such good care of him so far.
This
The
is,
guys
Yeah.
are forsaking his
Absolutely.
ass.
this is definitely.
I mean, he's like, come on. You know he doesn't buy this shit because his gods are the most useless fucking gods I've ever fucking heard of.
What
Like,
is it with him and
like,
J-Dubs? Every
this-
time I see him, they're
this
stuffing
guy-
shit in their face, dude.
Because it
Like-
upsets the trolls.
apparently, oh, because of that Reese peanut butter cup that one day, right?
Look at this eerie silence right now between them. Like, you can tell there's some shit going down.
Oh yeah, they're getting messages. They're
They're
sending
running out of
shit back and forth.
content, so they got to eat.
J-Dubs doesn't have fucking content.
Folks, I
Yes.
just want to point out, folks, right now, Von Helton is in a mad
Yeah,
fury
yeah.
of one finger
You gotta
typing.
mute her. I can hear.
Yeah, you can hear.
Yep, I heard her. I got her entire fucking life story, J-Dubs.
We got her now.
I'm gonna ruin your fucking marriage within 3 months. Bet on it. You want to highlight a fucking comment that some idiot told you about my fucking dead kid?
Whoa.
Yeah, fuck you, J-Dubs.
Really?
No, it's complete bullshit.
Mm. Well, that's just like him getting on there and calling.
Vaughn, where do I go
Ross
to get like
cocksuckers and
address
all this
labels
stuff.
made? You know how you people print, like,
Metaphorically
their own
speaking.
address and name on like labels and they stick it on the envelope.
Actually, you go online to get that shit.
You
Just
go
look for
online.
yeah,
to get that?
yeah.
Can you do it?
Just put in a Google search label making company, and
Or
they'll
just
make it.
buy a
Wait,
fucking label maker.
No, is there like a? Is it? Can I do that at the post office?
Or buy blank stickers so I can do it on your own fucking printer.
Well,
Mm.
have
Might
Vaughn
start.
order you some
Don't know.
stickers.
I
He's
don't
got
know
a
if
sticker
it's
company he really likes.
He
Yeah,
loves
They
the
love
sticker
him.
company.
they love him.
I know
His
They give
sticker
him extra
company,
stickers.
yeah, they'll give him like two.
I'm losing everything, but I got my stickers today.
had your name, address, and phone number on it, and you could put it on. You could stick it to your envelope. But I don't know
Right.
if they even do that anymore. I don't think they do that anymore.
That's what I want.
Well, you need to just go online and put label making company in a Google search, and you'll get all kinds of them. Tons.
Yeah, I guess.
There's tons of them.
I guess I gotta
I
do
don't think
something.
the post office even does that.
I suppose.
I haven't heard of it. They've done it a long, long time. That was back. Fuck, that was back in my 20s. The last time I heard about that shit.
Right, right.
So the 80s.
Right, on one of his excursions to Mars.
That's back when he was busy in Killeen, Texas, rounding up the pimps and the MS pimps and the drug dealers.
Well, what did he say the other day about the Somalis up in Canada or something? He went on some special ops mission.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, he got
on YouTube.
He got turned down at the border.
1,000 views.
Yeah, he got turned down at the border, and meanwhile, while they were stopping him and turning him away because he was the Punisher, they were just letting a bunch of Somali terrorists into Canada. He saw them all
with their AK-47s and rocket launchers.
Their RPGs and mortars. They took one look at that white skull on his chest. And they asked him for his guns, and he said, "I don't got no guns."
That's right. He was going to use their guns against them.
Yeah.
I talked about this years ago, predicted it years ago.
Yeah, I
Facebook,
hope so.
Twitter.
Some bitch can't walk to the mailbox, but he's going to go on special ops
Told
missions.
you years ago that they were going to go, and they are going to go.
Well, he signed NDAs.
Yeah. Of course, the special ops mission
and
was picking up a 16-year-old.
It will be in my lifetime. Okay, it's not like it's going to be.
Until her dad got wind of it and notified the RCMP and
No, it's
shut
going to
its
be.
ass down with the border.
They will be gone.
Well, Mudbrucker, like, let's not forget that whole dream that he had that he was getting beaten up by the, like cybernetically enhanced humans.
Oh God, no, that wasn't a dream. That really happened. They were an alien engineered gang.
Nice.
He was in a dark alley, and the fight was about to start. And this girl that he was dating at the time, or who knew him,
Punisher, catch.
Yeah, said, "Hey, Punisher, catch and throw him a whole gunny sack full of guns and weapons."
Oh,
Like Mean Joe
about to
Green.
start getting good. You'll see where he starts looking at all the screens. He starts getting all them messages.
That's either Midnight lapping up water or J-Dub's wife lapping up water
Where you
in the
at,
kitchen.
You think that he has a bowl of water like let down for midnight?
What happened?
I thought that Midnight was still in here, but I think she's outside.
Actually, that's my mastiff drinking out of the toilet.
So that is a confirmation. Midnight is outside. So the only logical conclusion that was J-Dub's his wife drinking from the toilet, folks.
Well, we knew Midnight was outside. We watched him let her out.
Well, there you go. I heard water getting lapped up out of a.
But she's an inside dog.
Yeah.
She's potty trained.
Right.
Some people are putting across the idea that there might be trapped souls in some of these robots.
Oh, for fuck's sake. No. I gotta step away from this. Like, this shit was too much for me.
Oh, Jesus.
First time, and
how the hell did I miss that one?
You could post anything on his news feed and he'd
we're
believe it.
unaware of what they were or what happened to them. Kind of creepy looking, I gotta say. Don't know if I necessarily subscribe to that, but pretty creepy, I gotta say. We'll find out. We'll find out. It'll all come out eventually. They
Here we
can't hide
go.
that
He's going to
shit
start
forever.
getting upset.
It'll
You'll
come
see
out.
it in his face.
And when it does, then hopefully they'll get their just resorts.
Oh.
See, the wind is getting knocked out of his sails, folks.
Oh, look, he starts rubbing that
Yeah,
face.
all the
Look at them
all
hands.
these trolls were sending me emails saying the Frosts are gonna evict me. They're gonna kick me off the property. First of all, they can't do that if I'm contesting the will, which I am.
Stop
So
it,
they
Zach.
can't do that. Sorry, trolls. And when I win my contest,
In the state of Kentucky, you cannot contest a legally filed will. Cannot. There is no such thing. Just so everybody knows.
Okay.
of the will, then that'll be the end of the process. Like I said, the fat lady has not sung yet. This is not over. Okay, they got to have, and not only that, but they have to have a reason to kick me off the property. They can't just kick me off the damn property. They can't cut off my electric or my heat, not without a reason. They have to give a legitimate reason. Okay, but they ain't got one.
They
So,
got
sorry,
a fucking.
Troy.
They don't have a pot to piss in, these fucking cocksuckers.
Ooh, J-Dubs, you're wearing on me thin,
They
brother.
don't have a pot to fucking piss in.
I just want to point out the fact, just in recent times, we got Von Helton not paying his electricity bill.
He doesn't pay anything.
Right. Von Helton fraudulently trying to collect rent from renters on property that he doesn't own. We now have Von Helton trespassing on property that he doesn't have any right to be in. So, I mean, I think those are grounds to evict someone. I don't know.
Well, a good grounds to evict someone is because you're selling the property.
Yeah, or that he doesn't pay rent. I like to throw that.
Or yeah, he's squatting basically.
He's a fucking Manchester hobo. He's a fucking
He's about to be.
These people don't fucking have no. Well, that's not the right expression. These people don't have a fucking. They don't have a legitimate reason, man.
Right? No,
You
not,
know that.
not at the moment.
Me,
No.
you, and the fucking and God knows they don't have fucking anything then.
Right.
Did I just hear J-Dub say legitimate
What's
reason?
crazy is the only reason he has heat right now is because Jim paid the bill.
Cannot respond. He has 9 felonies for exposing Planned Parenthood's evil buying and selling of human baby body parts.
Oh Lord, not
nine
this whole
felonies,
fucking bullshit.
in prison. Wow.
The person that Vaughn is talking about is
David Daleden, I guess is how you say his name.
the person that Vaughn is talking about is he got arrested for illegally recording someone's conversation in a one-party state, which is California.
He exposed Planned Parenthood buying and selling of the human baby body parts.
But that
and
was
the judge
debunked
tapped 9
multiple
felonies
times.
and threw him in prison. And so he's rotting in prison as we speak.
What scumbags?
Yeah, for exposing
What
the truth about
scumbags?
what was
They
going on.
expose these people. They expose these liberals, and then they fucking get the liberal. You see how
Well, I mean, to be fair, like he did sell me like some real baby back ribs.
Like I did an entire
Fucking
stream
falling
about
off
like
the
abortion and Planned Parenthood, and even like the House of the United States was just like, oh hey, this did not happen, here's what actually happened. Like they debunked and disproved every rumor about Planned Parenthood. Why are you trying to perpetuate this when there is the actual proof out there, like through the actual government?
Well, because it's Von Helton, he doesn't give a fuck.
Of course.
Right.
Just
You'll
read
see
the
him
headlines.
now. He's looking at them emails coming in, and they're
Yeah.
burning his ass right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, of course.
They're such warm, loving people, aren't they?
Yes, yes.
Just
And
chopping
how
up
much?
babies and selling them. That's
And
what
and,
liberals
and
are
how
doing.
much?
Ron,
And how?
Ron, they're such good people. They just chop up babies.
And,
No, they
not
don't.
only that,
Babies. That's all they do.
you know, they're constantly screaming about free speech, free speech, free speech. But then when a conservative tries to exercise their free speech, well, they get thrown in prison and get slapped with 9 felonies. Well, there you go.
It's like messing with Vaughn. Ain't that what you
They
get
broke
when
the
you mess
law.
with Vaughn? You get thrown in prison.
Yeah, sure enough, man.
No trial, no arrest.
He's visually upset right there. You can see he's sitting there with that troll-looking mouth. God, got them dirty hands up on his face. He don't never do that.
Oh, such good, loving people.
Oh, he's doing the self-soothing thing where he rubs his face, touches his hair.
Sell them for money.
It's a tick.
Throw people in
I
prison
really think it's a tick.
exercising the freedom of speech. And
No, that's self-soothing.
Yeah, we
kinds of
love
good
that,
shit,
don't
yeah.
we?
Oh, he's upset. You
Liberals,
can tell.
Yeah, he's mad.
He's trying to keep a straight face to the end of the stream.
Look how dirty that fucking finger is.
Which one? Pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're sending me all kinds of hate.
Damn it.
hate.
Nasty.
They're sending me all kinds of
Yeah.
hate.
They keep sending me all kinds
Where
of
are
hate.
you, FBI?
You're gonna get kicked out on the street by the frost. You're gonna die. You're gonna freeze to death. They're gonna cut off your heat.
Thank you,
cut
Blue.
off your electricity. You're gonna die. You're gonna die.
There's no
Where
mention
the
of
fuck
cancer.
are you, FBI? I'm getting all these goddamn terroristic threats in my email. Where the fuck
But
are
you're
you?
not.
FBI? Oh, you're on fucking holiday, hiding under your desk. Yeah.
They didn't threaten to do anything to you. They're just speaking the
Hiding
facts.
under the desk.
They're just telling you what's gonna happen to you. Like what?
Not surprised, you know.
Blue, it's called a slow burn.
Look at that hand up on his
Take your
face, though. He
fucking
don't never do
time,
that.
my dude.
Yeah, hiding under their desk.
He's scared. You can tell.
Yeah.
Well, they can't Ruby Ridge
Guardians
him.
of the
He ain't got no
Galaxy.
guns.
Guardians of the Galaxy's ship is going to be at the
Switches over to just some random shit to keep his mind off of it. It's burning his ass.
So if you like Guardians of the Galaxy and you want to see the ship up close and personal, you're going to get your chance. It will be at the Epcot Center. I guess
In Florida?
pretty soon. So
But we'll just head on down there.
I love pictures like this. Oh my god, I have to click on this if it'll let me. Will it let me? No, it's not gonna let me.
Like, this is the reason that I want to be a part of the fucking Rev G-Man fucking wrestling show that they're going to start putting on.
All right, Vaughn, I'm gonna get going here with the wife. We got things to
Yep.
do, so I'll
Watch how long it takes him to shut
No,
it down
dude.
now.
Sounds like
All right, maybe we'll do something later. If you're
All right,
around.
sounds good.
All right,
Yep.
All right, take
Yep.
it easy, but I love you.
All right. Bye bye. Yep. All right, folks. That's going to do it. I'll talk at you all later. Bye.
Nope.
He's out of there.
Bye-bye.
Well, where was the part where he was trying to get the Etsy thing to work and it denied his card?
I think that was earlier.
Yeah.
Might have been just a little earlier than that.
Right when J-Dub showed up.
Yeah, he was on the tail end of it when you started this time.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you.
There was no, like, good day and a better tomorrow. Goodbye.
There was no exit strategy like normal. You know?
Well, the reason I bring that up, the time.
He didn't even
It was
wait
just abort.
Right.
either.
So, anyways, the reason that I brought that up is to tie it into this ending because is it possible that he's been trying to use one of Ma's, like maybe a credit card or something?
Yep,
And it
that's
got
possible.
denied.
Well, I think, they've been investigating him. I bet they froze that account. They caught it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be surprising at this point.
And that's why he's so shook because all the funds and everything are officially getting shut off, and he's fucking.
I mean, like, the FBI is investigating us right now.
Yeah, well, they can come for me. I don't think they have jurisdiction where I live, so I'm not scared.
Ronnie, like, you might be exempt because you're not officially a troll hater or naysayer, but we all are.
What does that take? What do I got to do?
I mean, you're in the Discord, but, like, you're not established.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
He's
does that mean?
giving aid and comfort here. He's a co-conspirator already.
I've give all the information. I'm there every time Sec needs me. I got everybody's back. Believe me.
Yeah.
Don't turn me out. God, it's cold out there.
In all fairness, like the most notable trolls, haters, and naysayers are the ones that get mentioned in when Von does his little spiel.
Okay, so all right,
but
so when
you have more mentions than probably a lot of them right now, so I think that that you're up there.
So when I get the opportunity and me and Larry go live from over there, then what?
No, it'll be official.
Are you going live or is Larry going live? Because
we're going to do it together.
I'm not watching the stream if Larry goes live.
Why?
So shut up. Of course you are.
Well, then
watch everything. Come on now.
Faster.
Yeah,
we're not having a test. You
might have to give Larry a little bit of help with it.
I know. I love my cousin.
Bless his heart.
He just doesn't have the equipment. He has shitty service at home, and it's hard for him. But he's following us best he can. I think he's on his phone.
Yeah, he's
I I love Larry. I really do. I remember the first interview that he did with Seth there when he was on camera, connected in with a corded phone. It was was one of the most. It was adorable. It was just, I loved it. I was like, this guy is my new favorite person. I love this guy.
I just don't want him to become a target if we can help it. Okay, guys.
Was that the stream where Kenny was like, "Yeah, can you just message us in the future?"
Yeah, right. Well, folks, I think I'm actually going to end it here. We've covered, I think, brought everything up to date, but I am going to continue the conversation in Discord. So if anybody wants to join, there's the link, of course. You guys, anybody here wants to come over to Discord, come on over, and we'll have a little chitty chat. So thanks, everybody, for coming in.
Hey, thanks for having me, everybody. Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. All right, get the fuck out of here. We're done.
All right,
folks.